The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the February 10th, the magical Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that, well, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We're going to go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, but much more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in, 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, well, we've got you covered. You can send me an email. Send it soon. Send it early. And in that subject heading, please put radio show question. The email address, steve@tfnn.com. And inside the Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Magical Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Lush Show. Right now, we got all the indices in the green, with the exception of the transports. Dow's up 41, S&P 8, NASDAQ 156, Russell is up 4, semis are up 10. The trannies are down 46 points out there. Spot volatility index basically flat. Gold's up $7. Hey, what currency is gold trading at a new all-time high? Anybody know out there? You probably should. We'll go take a look at that. You got silver up 10 pennies. She's trading at $17.80. Light sweet crude is off 77 cents, trading out of $49.55. Natural gas back 9 pennies. That's down 5%. Just can't seem to find a bottom there. You got the treasuries. The 30-year is up 20 ticks right now. Lead the charge dollar-wise to the upside. It's Amazon up $43 or 2%. Taubman Centers, I believe that's a buyout, so we won't talk about that. Not that we can't talk about it, but it's up 53%. You've got Google up 17 or a little over 1%, Chipotle up 15, nearly 2%. Booking Holdings dollar-wise to the downside. The leader in the clubhouse up $24, a little over 1%. ABIOMed, ABMD is the ticker symbol, down $10, off 5%. Credit Suisse, problems there. They're off 13% or $6 out there. So, of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. And the first thing, let's go take a look at what the markets are doing. Then we'll go to some of the questions that have come in. Now, when I say what the markets are doing, what I want to try to do is really simplify things for you as much as possible. Many people are out there exploring for tops out here and just can't seem to find them. So where do we focus? Where should we focus our time with regard to what the markets are doing? Stevie says, and take a look at all the charts, I think the easiest signals are coming from the NASDAQ. If you're looking for a top, there's just basically no way this market is going to crack without the NASDAQ. And what is the NASDAQ doing? You know, we took a look at these charts here last week, although I've had a couple system problems just before we came on the air. But let's take a look at this out here. In this chart, this is just simply a 60-minute time frame chart for the NASDAQ. And what do we know? We know that as the markets opened last night, 6 o'clock, this is the hourly time frame chart, that the low was hit by 7 o'clock. And what was the low doing last night inside the NASDAQ? Okay, granted, we talked about, we've had these series of Rhodes Momentum Indicator tops in this 94, 65-ish type area, but price has never been able to bust out a key support level. What would be a key support level on this chart? Clearly, 93.42. It's TD setup, 9-count breakout area. And that's exactly what took place last night. Remember, Tom is the one who came up with the expression. I love the expression. If you can't bust them down, what are you going to do? Bust them up. Well, what could the NQ not do last night? It could not bust them down. All it was a move back to support. And now, it is actually trying to bust them out to the upside. But really, we can still see this little consolidation-ish pattern. I'm not going to give up that the consolidation is over out here, but it's a possibility. Now, remember, in a consolidation, your measured move is equal to or greater than a consolidation. So we're looking from about, let's make it easy, 93, 40, 94, 40, about 130-point move, either direction inside the NQ. But if the NQ does break out, well, what we're looking at is about 130-point move at a minimum to the upside. That's what the 30-minute or the 60-minute time frame chart is doing. If we look at the daily time frame, pull over the daily right now. Now the daily has today is going to be bar number 8 of a TD setup 9 count, barring some kind of strange reversal between now and then being the close of the market out here. But today, or last night's test of the NQ, really more than testing Stevie's green line, but really testing at prices well above that today. It is stretching, meaning it's moving higher, doing less relative energy, but that alone is that's not the time to sell the market. Just tells you that it's to be careful, to look for some type of bearish reversal candle. We don't have it. Maybe it is today, could be the high. Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it's the following day. Those TD setup 9 counts, you like the high to occur on bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9. So there's potential out here, but the market's got to prove itself to us. If we take a look at the daily time frame chart here for the NQ, what are we going to find? We're going to find this week happens to be bar number 9 of a potential TD setup 9 count pattern. That says this week, right? It could be today. Could be tomorrow, could be Wednesday, could be next week. It could be the week after. That's if this pattern is to identify some type of top. Also in wave number 7, that's letter G on my screen out here. But again, that can't be confirmed until the earliest would be the end of next week out there. And so at this stage here, it's all about the NQ. Now, I see that we've got Jay in the Tiger's Den, and Jay, no new profiles. The NQ was earlier this morning was trying to form a new profile, but that since has vanished. The ES Mini is trying to form a new profile. Whether this takes hold or not, Jay, I'm not sure. But the top of the box. Well, let me do this here. I'm going to turn price off because it's going to be easier for you. And folks, just look at the very left-hand panel if you're watching us on Tiger TV or inside of the den out here. I'm going to turn off price. Now you'll see that new profile, Jay, with the potential. Let me restate that. It is a potential because it's using Stevie's advanced Doppler tool out here. So it could be that by this evening it doesn't, it goes away. I'll have more information, at 6 o'clock this evening. But right now we got to go with it. We should go with it. The top of that profile, 3357.75. The center, 3328.75. And the bottom, way down there at that 3227. And if you notice this profile that's formed out here, bearish in structure. So it says, be on the lookout. But then the NQ, no sign of a top just yet. Most certainly no sign of a top just yet. Inside the Dow Equity Futures contract, just trading and consolidating with inside its daily market profiles out there. The Russell 2000 just got a mind of its own out here. It's just trading in between its weekly profiles at this stage. But watch the ES Mini out here. But I did want to keep it simple for you. What are you going to watch? What's the only thing you really need to watch? It's the NQ. Can it be that simple? Well, there's some other things we'll take a look at. But for those of you that are seeking for a top out there, you've got to see the NQ bust through support levels and maybe bounce back up to them and reject those support levels to then possibly have some kind of a top. It's not at 1:14 in the afternoon on February the 10th. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're not currently using the TAZ Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAZ Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAZ understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAZ Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAZ Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go to our first caller. This is Mike in Ormond Beach. Mike, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you doing today?
Hi, Steve. I'm doing pretty good. On Friday, I sold Carnival Cruise Line short, and we got down and we took out a swing point from February 3rd with a little more volume. But today it looks like it's kind of slowing up, and I wanted your opinion if you think we can go lower with it, or if you think, it might be getting to a point now where it's going to start to slow up and maybe reverse.
So if we take a look at, are you a cruiser by any chance? Do you take cruises?
Well, a while ago I did. I took some Carnival cruises. I'm on the east coast of Florida. We left Port Canaveral and went down to Nassau. I did some snorkeling and had a great time.
Well, excellent. Maybe they're going to start selling seats for cheap. Maybe you want to get in on that. But anyway, you're asking about, hey, how cheap can this stock get? So let's go take a look at that. And so, and just looking at the charts here, today's move below that February 3rd swing point is with less relative strength, less relative weakness out here. And so it's not a reason to exit your position. But if you were to see a bullish reversal candle form, let's say tomorrow, you would want to jettison that position. And in fact, you would consider going in the other direction. You would consider taking the long if you were to get that pattern. We don't have that pattern just yet. Now, the reason why I say that and why you should be taking a look at that is the next level of support, or the next breakout area, is at 41.34. So, and that's really the key. There's another red line going across my screen because I was looking at some instrument a while back and really stretched things. The real breakout level inside of Carnival Cruise Line, if we had looked at this after it created the Rhodes Momentum Indicator top on January 21st, and now, Mike, we're looking at the potential of the exact opposite pattern occurring who knows when. We will know when we see a bullish reversal candle. But this is, if we were to, on the 21st, we were to look at this and you were to call in and you were going to say, hey, Steve-O, where did you think that Carnival Cruise Line could get back to in this short trade, well, that target that we would have picked out, this doesn't change, was $41.34. It got down to, well, it's trading at $41.83 right now. So it's approaching a very key level where it could turn. And if you were to see the bullish reversal signal, as I said, you would want to consider taking the other side of the trade. We don't have that yet, but you're nearing support, so you've got to make that. Now, that's the daily time frame. Mike, let's just take a look at a weekly for Carnival Cruise Line, see what we have here. We don't have anything of significance on this move lower other than to just suggest it's a retracement off of that Rhodes momentum indicator bottom it formed. This was back in October of last year. So now what you and I are looking at is the potential for this same pattern to occur on a daily time frame. It hasn't yet. So just a retracement there, a higher low at this stage of the game. If I look at a monthly time frame chart here, let's try to populate this. What do I see? I see that at the same time on the weekly basis, or around the same time that I was making that Rhodes momentum indicator bottom, it got to wave number 7. That's letter G on my screen on a monthly basis. Looks like price is trading right into a level of support there, being its monthly profile at 41.53. So we've got a breakout level to recall the number, Mike, on the daily time frame chart. But here on the monthly, you've got a bullish structured profile. I don't know whether we'll hold that or not, but you're certainly coming into what should be a very strong support area. And if those support areas fail, then the good news for you would be that price should then go target 31.44. And 31.44 is the quarterly breakout level. But I'm not suggesting to you just yet that that's where price is going to head to. You got to really watch that daily chart like a hawk, in my opinion, because if you do see that bullish reversal candle, I wouldn't want to be short Carnival Cruise Lines.
No, and Steve, where would you have a stop
on Carnival Cruise Line? So you got a couple different, because you just entered this trade recently, the first place that I would say would be my red line value right now, which is 44.50. Any counter trend move up to the oscillator and change line because it's red would just be normal or natural. If you were to see it close above that, that number is going to change, Mike, as trading continues. But that's the approximate area that I would be looking at on a counter trend rally. Because if price got above that, it's then suggesting it wants to head higher. Higher would be 47.14. That's the top of the current daily profile.
Yeah, I'm not going to let it get that high. I try to keep a tight leash on it, and I try not to let it go. Things go too far beyond my buy points, so I usually use OCO orders where I can have a limit order and a stop in at the same time, and one will cancel the other. Sure.
So for equity positions, yeah, Mike. So for equity position like CCL, I don't mind using a 30-minute chart because we can cut that up into equal increments, right? You got a 6.5-hour trading day. So those of you that use intraday time frames for a 6.5-hour a chart, please divide 6.5 hours by, to come up with equal increments out there. Really, so 30 minutes will do. And on a 30-minute time frame chart, Mike, what you can see is that the oscillator and change line here has really acted as a resistance level. 41.87 is that number. Because you say you kind of keep things on a tight leash out here. This has a confirmed TD setup 9 count. That was an hour ago. That was bar number 9 when that formed. So if, in fact, price could close above Stevie's red line, 41.87, it says, start to really keep looking at tightening that. I'm not saying to exit necessarily, but it would on a short-term basis say that you could see a bounce up to 42.69. That would be the normal that would be the normal place. Price would have to close above 42.69 to suggest that there's a change in trend on a 30-minute time frame.
Right. Okay. Well,
Alrighty.
Steve, I want to thank you again for all the tools that you taught us. And I usually keep the Rhodes momentum indicator on my charts, and Perfect. It's a valuable tool, and it's helped me to make some really good trading decisions.
Well, that's great. Glad to hear that. That's what we're here for.
Yep. So thanks again for all the additional tools that you've added, and the education you give us. It's really great. Thank you.
My pleasure, and thanks for those kind words. I believe we have Ron on the phone as well in Denver, and Ron wanted to also talk about Carnival Cruise Lines. So, Ron, how can I help you? What else can I answer for you that we didn't cover with Mike?
You covered it well. I was looking to. I was just wondering if it was too late to buy puts because I didn't know how. Well, nobody knows. I don't think how serious this virus in China, the coronavirus in China, is going to get.
Yes.
First, I would expect it's going to hurt the revenues of Carnival Cruise.
Yeah. So the cool thing is, so far, so you're right. That's a fundamental. It's a fundamental and emotional thing that is going on, obviously across the mostly in Asia, but still, what's that impact going to be? I still don't have a tool where I can hover over a bar to know what the current event was, that was going on at that time. But look, price is pulling back to a key level of support. So we'll see if those buyers are going to, in fact, try to turn things to the upside. All right?
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for holding. That was Ron in Denver. 2 for 1 Carnival Cruise Lines. It's Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back in just a few. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. A number of questions in the queue here, so let's get to those. Before we get to those, though, this chart here, it's really a data table. It's got a majority of the iShares that are out there. not all of them, but a majority of iShares where you and I can get a feel for who's leading the charge in 2020 right now. So it's 27 trading days into 2020 out here, and we take a look. This must be, I don't know, 90 or so. I think there's probably about 30 or so, 75, 80, 90 or so different ETFs that are out here. If you look in the upper right-hand corner, each of these is a watch list, so I can't combine them all, and just do kind of a ripple effect for who's leading or what have you. And they weren't placed in here in any specific way, but you can see it covers the majority of the countries that are out there. But the Qs are the ones. And Mr. Bill made a comment earlier about the XLK. I believe it was Mr. Bill, but the XLK leading the charge to the upside out here. And absolutely, and the Qs are as well, 8.52%. The next biggest winner out there, winner chicken dinner, happens to be the S&P Clean Energy Fund. That's ICLN. I don't know what weighting Tesla is inside there and so forth. They have to look at what the weightings are inside of these. But Global Tech on the other side, IXN. So you can see who's. But the point is, and this is the point, you see, money has to flow somewhere. Money must always flow somewhere. It does not evaporate. Sometimes it feels like it evaporates, but it does not evaporate, folks. It's being placed, and really our role are to be the Sherlock Holmes, and look for clues. Well, this is easy to do when we can track all of this information out here, because when money starts concentrating in one area, I don't really give a darn whether you and I can go find some kind of topping pattern. It doesn't matter if it equals an A to B equals CD. It doesn't matter if there's a Rhodes momentum indicator top. It doesn't matter. Because when money, it doesn't matter if it's going up on light volume. Piles of money across the globe are always looking to do the exact same thing you and I are doing, which is to make more money off of our money. And therefore, it is absolutely incumbent upon you and I to understand where money is flowing. That's really the purpose for, maybe somebody might look at this and say, oh, that's confusing. What does it mean? This set of tables is perhaps the most important thing that you and I could look at to really understand the markets. Now let's go take a look at John and the Tigers Den want to take a look at Microsoft, asking the exact question, do we see any kind of topping signals or anything? This has been certainly on a tear. Is there a reason for this to not be on a tear? Even if we do get Stevie's topping signals out here, I don't know. We have to be cautious about that. Why do we have to be cautious about that, Steve-O? Well, isn't there seasonal patterns inside the markets out here? You and I have shared that seasonal chart with each other until we're tired of looking at it, I think, or maybe not. But when does that seasonal bottom take place? When does it usually take place? You know the answer to that. It's the end of January. And when does that seasonal pattern usually kind of poop out, so to speak? Yes, between the middle of May and the third week in July. Really, it's the third week of July. It's not the sell in May. It's the sell in July pattern. It just doesn't have a very good ring to it. But to answer your question, John, if we take a look at a daily time frame chart here of Microsoft, today is going to be bar number 9 of a TD setup 9 count. Maybe there's a temporary high tomorrow. I don't know. Would I be willing to trade that as a high or a short? Knowing where the money is pouring into, it's not just your eyes or my eyes. Trust me, big money has even better tools and even better tables than what you and I look at, and they're the smart money. And what do you think they're going to be chasing? Now look on those instruments that maybe are forming bottoms out there. We took a look at Carnival Cruise Lines, and if some of those show some Rhodes momentum indicator bottoms, they might be worth bottom fishing, going for a big old grouper out there or something. But in this case here, yes, John, there's a TD9 count that's going to be in place on the daily time frame when today's trading ends. If we take a look at the weekly time frame, well, on a weekly time frame, looks a lot like the NQ, doesn't it? This is going to be bar number 8. Remember, the high could come on bar number 9 or bar number 10. The last time did we see bar number 9 identify a top? Heck no, folks. It's not that it's not a good or valid topping pattern or signal out there. It's just so important. I've sort of made this statement enough, but I can't be any louder than Paul Revere in being able to share this with you. Let's go take a look at the monthly time frame for Microsoft. Let's go see what patterns it is that we have out here in Microsoft. Let's go ahead and populate this. In Microsoft, what do we have? In Microsoft, we're only going to be in bar number 4. And maybe it's going to be bar number 4, bar number 4, I should say, both for the Chapman wave count. That's a possibility. But certainly bar number 4 for a TD9 count out here. So, John, is there potential for a topping signal inside of Microsoft? Yeah. But nothing that I'd be looking to step into, not at this stage, not knowing where it appears now because of this chart in the background, because of this table in the background, where money is flowing. I think we've got, and knowing that the seasonal, and I'll pull up that seasonal thing, Mr. Bill, or somebody asked me to pull up the seasonal thing, or John asked me to pull up the seasonal chart. So I'll pull that up in a couple minutes when we get back from the break. But in the meantime, let me go to another question that had come in here, and then we'll go back to that seasonal so that everybody can take a look at. This one come in yesterday afternoon, believe it or not, from Lee. Lee wants to take a look at the dry bulk shippers out there. DSX, Lee, you didn't give me anyone specific to take a look at, but let's just take a look at, I believe this is Diana Shipping, one of the better ones out there. I don't know if it's better. It used to be. I haven't really taken much of a look at these in a while, but you're looking for some kind of a bottom out here. Let me come back to the daily time frame. Let's populate the daily. So on a daily time frame, if you're looking for a bottom, there was a TD9 count that formed, completed, confirmed on February the 3rd out there. So that's low. Right now what you have is you have price trading inside between support and resistance. Resistance being the top of its daily profile, 279. Support being right at the bottom of the profile, which is also Stevie's red line at about 264. So there's a bottoming signal out here on the daily time frame. What's the weekly time frame show us for Diana Shipping out here, DSX? Price is pulled right back to a breakout area. That breakout area is 267. We're trading at 268. I don't make this stuff up. There was a close below it a couple weeks ago, but it didn't last. Last week was a slight close above it. So you like to see two closes above or below, support or resistance. You don't have that inside. So the weekly time frame chart, although it doesn't really show any one of the bottom patterns that you and I use out here, it has come back to a breakout area, and thus far it is held. Is that the time to step in? An aggressive trader could go ahead and take that trade at this stage of the game out here. On a monthly time frame, I don't have a thing. I don't have anything out here to assist you with that. Quarterly, I don't even know. That quarterly hasn't been trading long enough. So I appreciate the Lee. You're looking for. You're looking for a bottom. You've got the bottom signal inside of DSX. That was Diana Shipping. This is Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in the queue. I love it. We'll head right to those when we get back from this break.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the Tax Opportunity Zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So this is that seasonal chart that you and I periodically take a look at. And this is the average of the Dow's price movement day by day over the course of the last 86 years out there. And you can see at the end of January is typically when we see a bottom inside of the Dow. Now you flash forward to the actual chart out here. And that says that bottom should have come in on January 30th. And the actual low so far inside of the Dow, this is the Dow chart we're looking at, January 31st. So off by a day. The seasonal top, which typically came in around January the 6th, well, that high so far, well, the original high, now we know we have taken out that high. That was from January 17th out there. Just out of curiosity here, if I just simply, if I put that seasonal back up on my chart, and you know that you have a seasonal high that comes in around the early part of January, and once price gets above that high, what's that typically telling us about the run into the May, really July timeframe out there? And so we should absolutely not discount that, folks. And we should absolutely not do that because you and I just took a look at 90 different possible ETFs out there. And we looked at and we could see exactly where money, where it's successful, folks, where money is flowing to. And that's really the whole key. Money's going to find a place, and it's going to park itself where it either sees a really good bottom opportunity, it's not going to park it in the middle, or it's going to go right to the lead dog. And the U.S. is being back to being that lead dog. Let's go to some of our other questions out here. This one coming in from this morning, I believe. This is from Rick. Rick wants to take a look at a couple different symbols out here. Let's see if we can get those in. CGC is one of those. That is Canopy Growth. You're looking for a bottom. Now, here's what you've got. Canopy Growth formed a nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. Rick, back here on November the 19th. You're asking for a buy price on this, and I would have ordinarily given you 1972, but price is trading at 1894. 1972 was the bottom of its daily profile. So it's trading below that. This is going to be bar number 6. Watch to see if this forms a TD setup 9-count bottom, preferably above that Rhodes momentum indicator bottom back on November 19th. So in other words, I can't really give you an entry price in the CGC. We have to come back and take a look at it on day, let's say day 9. Today's going to be day 6. This is Monday, so let's look at it on Thursday or Friday for you out there, unless you see some other type of activity. One of the other ones that you would look for requested was Harmony, I believe. HMY is the, oops, not HMYU. That's going to be a problem. Let's try to actually put up the right symbol. That would be helpful. There we go. Now let's go ahead and populate this screen. This is for Rick. And everybody else out there, just give it a second to populate. So in the case of Harmony, out here, you're looking for a buy spot. So this is trading below 307 right now. We're at 305 and 307. This could be 2 bars below 307. 307 was a breakout area. The next breakout area on this is 284. So the next potential buy area in Harmony is 284. You don't want to see it close below 284, but I would put that one on your radar screen there, Rick. The weekly time frame chart for Harmony, what does this show us? Shows us a potential Rhodes momentum indicator top, but no bearish reversal candle as of yet, so that could continue moving higher. That's the date. What the heck? Hold on a second here. Hold on a second. That thing didn't update. I'm going to go back to the daily chart because this is, well, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Okay. I was right. I grabbed the wrong tab out here. Now here's the weekly chart. Whew. Good Lord. Okay, so the weekly time frame chart, it does have a Rhodes momentum indicator top out there. Boy. So on this one, Rick, your next buy points on a weekly basis are 278 and 247. And I don't have any patterns set up coming back to that area. Let me look at the monthly. Monthly time frame chart would give us a value of about 279 as to where price is coming back. So I'm more comfortable with that 279 on the weekly. And the daily was, where was that? 284. So 284 to 279 is going to be what it looks like at this stage of the game. That's on February the 10th. Rick, thanks so much for writing in. Hope that helps you out. We've got another request that comes in. Oh, this is also for Canopy Growth. So this says, is it ready for a bounce? I have some April calls. So again, it might be in about by Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we'll have to go take a look at that. But it doesn't show us that bounce on February the 10th at 1:47 in the afternoon. Andrew writes in. Andrew says, short Harley. That would be Hog, I believe, is a ticker symbol. Yep. So let's go take a look at Harley the Hog out here. Let's finish reading. I'm considering adding to my position if it drops through support. What do you see in terms of support in the weekly and monthly charts? Well, in the terms of daily timeframes out here for Harley, what do we have for support? You didn't ask for it, but Steve will give you a 30.75. So just jot that. You asked specifically about the weekly time frame for support inside of Harley-Davidson. So this formed a wave number 7. That's letter G back here on August the 30th. This is last year. Support. Resistance is 35.10. So where you'd really want to actually sell, based on the weekly time frame chart, you're asking where you want to consider adding to your position. And you say if it drops through support, it's already through support. So the place to add to it would be the counter trend rally into Stevie's red line at 35.10. So no, I don't see the support other than it's got a nice bottom. So this right now is just a retracement. Or potentially just a retracement. The monthly time frame out here, see what kind of signal we have here. I don't have any signal here for a bottom. So back to Harley. It's below support on the weekly. It is below support on the monthly. Although it is trading above Stevie's red line. So that's really a support level. If you're asking for that support level, would be around 33.42, about 20 cents higher than where it's trading right now. So maybe you take the approach, if you see it close below 33.42, you can jump on board and add more, or you sell into a counter trend rally on that weekly time frame, since you were more intermediate term focused out there. So I hope that helps you out, Andrew. Best of luck with that. Hector and the fuel injectors wants to take a look at VDE out here. And it says last week, what did I say last week? You broke down VDE with our listener and said a good point would be about 71.37 on a light pullback. Today it's down to 71.53. 71.53, man, that's not 71.37. I'm just kidding you. So what do we see out here? Well, it's trading back into its swing point. So we'll switch over to another chart that formed wave number 7 and a TD setup 9 count. The bottom of its daily profile is 71.32 out there, and I gave you 71.37, so 71.32. Let me pull over the weekly time frame chart, and price has been moving lower, doing less relative energy, but no bullish reversal signal out here. Last week was wave number 6. That was letter F. If I take a look at the monthly time frame here for VDE, just pushing lower with less relative energy. So we're going to go use these. We're going to go use the, hey, I'm trading into a swing point, and what's the volume matrix look like? So VDE is the ticker symbol I believe this is Vanguard Fund, right? Yeah, Vanguard Fund. So in the case of Vanguard Fund, soybean 132, Hector, that was the bottom of the daily profile out here. That low on February 3rd had 858,000. You're at 281. Sounds like lighter volume, but a rejection needs a close above 71.92. Other one, 70.70, could be tested. We'll be right back.
Basil Chapman will be hosting a 90-minute live webinar for subscribers to his daily trading service, The Opening Call, Thursday, February 13th from 4 till 5:30 p.m. Basil will host his live webinar titled The Dark Cloud Cover, an Essential Market Analysis. In this 90-minute webinar, Basil will discuss the techniques he uses when identifying market downturns using his Chapman wave, including how he uses specific ETFs like the SMH Semiconductor ETF as a canary in the coal mine leading indicator when looking for market downturns. By identifying particular weaknesses in the market technicals, Basil is able to identify the severity of the market reaction, and this is just one of many topics he'll be covering. To sign up now for the opening call, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Don't miss out on this special 90-minute live webinar with Basil Chapman, Thursday, February 13th. Sign up today.
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. This we're going to get to the 2-minute wrap here. This chart is a chart of gold. It's gold. It's monthly charts for gold. It's gold trading in U.S. dollars. Left-hand panel. Euros, the panel next to it, then yen, and then Great British Pound. And if I just simply go ahead and expand out how gold. Now, the importance here is just understanding how instruments are trading in all major currencies. If they're moving higher in all major currencies, that's really what you want, because that means traders around the globe are like, hey, I'm not a seller. I'm a buyer of this, unless you're trying to identify the top tick out there. But if we take a look at what gold is doing here in terms of euros right now, new all-time high as we speak, 1,447 euros for 1 ounce coin, basically, plus the premiums out there. And so brand new. Now, the nice thing about this is just understanding is that when instruments formed for major tops out there. It'll do so in all major currencies. And if you go back and you study it, what you will find is that it's not going to top when it's at a new all-time high in terms of euros. And yen, by the way, was last week at a new all-time high. And then that's it. And then because it doesn't work that way. When I say that's it, what do you mean it doesn't work that way? I mean, gold has to be at all-time highs in all of the major currencies, and that's including U.S. dollar. So longer term, it absolutely bodes well out there. Okay, so on the 2-minute wrap, what are we going to look like? It's really about the 20-second wrap. What are we going to watch? Watch the spot volatility index, although, it appears to be targeting the 50-day exponential moving average, which is 1439, because another day where it's rejected the top of its Bollinger Band out there. So that's still in play, 1439. And if price moves down there, well, the S&P 500 is simply going to move higher to sideways out there. Folks, thanks so much for taking the time to write in, make a phone call. It just helps the show just go by just like that. And stay tuned. You got 2 great hours left. Your favorite polar bear, followed by Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I'll be back with you tomorrow on Terrific Tuesday. Have a magical Monday.
Basil Chapman will be hosting